very interchangeable. So I'm excited to see them play together tonight.
As the game kicks off here, Boston College taking on the Panthers. Panthers 4-0-1 at home after just narrowly getting out of that Notre Dame game that they had recently played. They tied 1-1 as they look to get their second ACC win on the season here tonight. Mertz up the right side and testing Willebrandt early. Wiebke Willebrandt, the junior out of Germany, in goal for the Eagles tonight.
Yeah, she's allowed 17 goals this season. Not the greatest number, but certainly looking to improve on that tonight. She's got a tough task, though, against this really strong Panther attack.
Was a member of that U19 German national team and has been with the Eagles for a couple years now. She's going to have her hands full here tonight, Rachel. We talked a little bit about it in the open, and Pitt's got some very fiery offensive pieces playing tonight.
And like we said in the open, a player who's very familiar scoring against Boston College with Amanda West. They didn't have her last year. She only played 6 games. When I talked to her earlier this season, she said, I have a lot of unfinished business, and you know she wants to add a few more to her tally, especially after a quiet game against Notre Dame.
Strasrick in the corner, trying to get a little something going for the Eagles. They have a little bit of pressure there, but there's a lot going on at stake here, Rachel. BC looking for their first win since October 6th of 2022. They haven't got one yet. Pitt reaching back into last season as still without a loss. Their last loss coming against, of course, FSU on October 23rd. So it's been quite a stretch for both these teams.
Yeah, I think, Boston College is going to look at that Notre Dame game and primarily look at that first half where, Pitt was kept scoreless. There really wasn't a lot of chances. It's going to be a tough task for their defense tonight, but
Randy Waldrum, the head coach for the Pitt Panthers, had quite a bit of a stretch here. He's really brought this Pitt team up and into a very, very high light. A lot of in the middle, back and forth between the Panthers and the Eagles. 2 players hit the floor. Eagles trying to get a little bit of pressure. Gordon going to break that up for the Panthers.
The Panthers, just like we mentioned, they changed up their formation a little bit tonight.
Landy Mertz with a little bit of a breakaway. She makes a couple moves. A shot on goal and a great save by Willebrandt. A diving effort's going to bring up a corner kick for the Panthers.
Kira Mellenhorst is probably going to take that corner kick, but Landy Mertz with a nice shot. She knows what to do. She knows to test the goalkeeper early. Test that Boston College defense.
Panthers #1 in the nation for corner kicks per game, just over 9. They have their first one early here, only 4 minutes in.
Yeah, Shapansky's actually going to take that corner.
Shapansky fires it in, headed out. Gordon pushing it to the middle. Caulfield, and it's in! Panthers score early. Ellie Caulfield, the junior, puts it in early for the Panthers.
Yeah, not the start that Boston College wanted for sure. Great awareness. Actually, it looks like that goal is getting waved off. It looks like she was offside. Header
Take a look
out.
at the replay.
Yeah, header out of the box. Yeah, she's clearly about half a mile offside there. I thought it on the original play, but wanted to see the official word from the officials, but
She seemed a little too open there.
yeah, she definitely a few steps offside, not quite half a step.
Goal taken back, still 0-0 between the Panthers and the Eagles. Eagles looking for their first ACC win. There's Ellie Caulfield. Let's take a look one more time.
Yeah, it's just that stutter step that she takes. It looked for a moment like the defender was going to keep her on, but I think she pulled out to try to get to net a little too early. I think if she would have waited even just 1 second.
Would have been the second goal for Ellie Caulfield. Panthers are going to keep the pressure on the Eagles, though. Fire Villebrandt catches that one fairly easy, but a lot of testing for the junior goalkeeper already.
Yeah, this may be a long game for the German goalkeeper here. Pitt kind of showing that pressure even just with their lineup. They only have 3 defenders back there, and when needed.
Pass right over the front. A lot of confusion. Mertz kicks it in, and it's good. That's going to be a goal for the Panthers. That was Sarah Szczepanski, the first goal of the Panthers in tonight's game.
Yeah, Sarah Szczepanski, she adds to her total. She came into this game leading, she was tied coming into this game for the most goals in the ACC. Little sneak on a tough angle there at the far post. Not really much Villebrandt can do there. A lot of congestion inside her box. Szczepanski now with her 8th goal of this season.
Already surpassing last year's total goals. She had 7 in 2022 with 8 assists. Now with 8 on the season, paired with 5 assists. The Panthers find themselves up 1-0 real early. They got a second look there, and they were not going to miss it this time.
No, they weren't. And good awareness for Szczepanski with all that congestion to stay onside, not sneaking forward. It was a nice ball, too, from Deborah Abiodun. It was a little flick with the back heel. We may not have a replay of it, but if people go back and rewatch this game, I think that's going to be one thing to point out.
A great assist by Abiodun.
Colin, I want to talk real quick about this lineup change, and I think it works because Pitt, listen, they played a really weird game. I think weird is the right way to say it against Louisville, right? An opponent that they've beaten in the last couple of years. They know not to underestimate their opponent, but at the same time, that doesn't mean you need to put 4 defenders in the back when you don't need to. Chloe Mina, she kind of hangs a little bit deeper, and Ellie Caulfield kind of sneaks up. So that kind of is that your 4th defender in a way.
Samaya Fury not getting the start today. Mertz is going to challenge the goalkeeper. Panthers still have 2 of the top 5 scorers in the ACC on the field still. With their top 2 scorers, their 3rd, Samaya Fury, up there as well with 5. But like you mentioned, just a lot of offensive power, trying to make sure you're well balanced there. A breakaway here. Amanda West makes a move. Villebrandt caught out, and a great save by Costello, taking the role of a goalkeeper.
That was a really great play from Costello. I don't blame Villebrandt for coming off of her line here, but you need to commit. If you're going to come off your line like that, you better make a play for the ball and get your hands on that. I'm sure she'll be thanking Costello profusely for that.
Another corner coming up. Szczepanski in the corner. It's going to head out. Mertz racing to get it. Panthers retain possession. Looks like it's going to be BC ball. Lauenberg's going to control it here. Move it to Villebrandt. Lauenberg, with 2 goals on the season, has played every single game since joining the BC team last year. She's a sophomore and has been a crucial part of this Boston College offense.
Boston College has spread the wealth around a little bit. They don't have a lot of goals this season, but the goals that they do have, it's not just one player. They can rely on a couple others. Pitt has that same luxury, if you want to call it that. I think it is a luxury.
Stryzik trying to force Gordon off of her, gets it out. Put right in front of the goal. Panthers are going to try to clear this one out. Bounces off an Eagle, and it looks like it's going to be Panther ball here. A great clear by the Panthers. It looked like it was getting a little dicey there.
Yeah, I was a little confused with Katie Zalski taking that high kick instead of letting Ellie Breach grab onto that, but it all worked out in the end. But this is one of those strange games where the ball, yes, Pitt is going to have a large majority of this possession. Defense needs to stay awake. Goalkeeper needs to stay awake, because all it takes is one counter opportunity for Boston College.
Boston College yet to record a shot in today's game. Ellie Breach in the goal for the Panthers. Once again, just that offense between Szczepanski and West. You want to talk about dominant there. 8 goals, 6 goals, both in the top 5 in the ACC. There's not much more you can ask from your front two.
Well, and I mentioned this on the broadcast against Notre Dame, but a lot of questions to how is this team going to replace Leah Pace. She was such an offensive weapon, especially with the injury to Amanda West last year. Leah Pace going to Florida State as a graduate transfer. Sarah Szczepanski has stepped up in such a big way. The improvement is just night and day from last year.
Leah Pace with a crucial goal last year in the NCAA tournament to beat Buffalo. Panthers still testing Villebrandt. Szczepanski with a couple shots. And this is exactly what you wanted if you're Coach Waldrum to start the game.
Yeah, a nice hot start. Chances after chances. I want to see Pitt really build up this possession, play from the back, put together a nice string of passes. The shots on goal are great, don't get me wrong, but having a little bit more controlled possession than what we've seen in about the first 10 minutes here. I'm sure that's what Randy Waldrum's looking for on the sideline right there.
Always tough to come back from a deficit early on. Boston College has struggled with it throughout the season. Panthers look to add on. It's going to be just shy. Too far right. But the Panthers continue to press the Eagles. It feels like they have no room to breathe. But there it is, your slow starts for the season for Boston College.
Yeah, this is 2 games in a row now after the 6th minute here. Just a struggle for this team to find some offensive consistency. Only 1 goal in these ACC games. And listen, I get it. It is undoubtedly the toughest league to play in, but there needs to be some sort of fight back. And that's what Boston College is struggling with right now.
Well, if you're Boston College, you have a lot more time left on the clock. They haven't found much success in their ACC games so far, but they need to win big. Mertz making a couple of great moves. Looking for Caulfield down the sideline there. Can't get it. But, man, Caulfield has been all over the place and around that net.
Well, and this is what works with Ellie Caulfield and Chloe Minos playing together. You get that ability to push her up a little bit more in the attack right there. Nice ball in from Landy Mertz. Sarah Szczepanski was a couple inches away from having that be her 2nd goal. But, yeah, Ellie Caulfield playing together with Chloe Minos. Chloe kind of sits back a little bit more defensively. That gives Ellie Caulfield the room to go make a play, help out that offense. Although she will get back. She has the speed to get back.
Minos unable to play last year after a season-ending injury. Panthers have been riddled with injury over the last few years, but the depth that Randy Waldrum has brought into the program has helped them keep a lot of their seasons afloat.
Bunch of ACL injuries last year. Chloe Minos, Amanda West, Ashley Moon, just piled on injuries for this team. and yet they were still able to put together their most historic run. I mean, that is just the most incredible part. And then you get a player like Amanda West back here.
West coming up the right side, looks towards the middle. It's blocked. Mertz tries again. She can't get it. Boston College trying to clear this one out. Panthers retain at midfield, but the pressure continues. Panthers keeping their foot on the gas.
And Villebrandt had another just really congested box there. Kudos to her for 2 big saves.
Villebrandt already with 2 saves on the night. Gordon with the header. Panthers and Eagles keeping it off the ground. Eagles are going to try to reset here, fight off the Panthers, but Rachel, there hasn't been a lot of consistency and a lot of consistent tries for this Boston College offense so far.
No, I think they keep getting tangled up in the midfield with Pitt here, and understandably so. They've got some really solid midfielders, the Panthers do. And Deborah Abiodun, she also brings that physical presence as well. Talked to her after the Notre Dame game, which she got the game-tying goal. I almost said game-winning. It almost felt like a win there toward the end. But the game-tying goal against Notre Dame, as we look back here at this Landy Mertz chance, hits off her own teammate, and then Villebrandt makes that save. She was going to the ground before she made that save, so that is really impressive reaction there.
Mertz always with a ton of energy on the right side. Randy Waldrum loves to have her out there. The energy that she brings and a huge impact for this Pitt offense.
Landy Mertz, when I talked to her right before the season started, she said, you know, when players got the option for a 5th year due to the COVID pandemic, she said, I knew immediately when I was told that I would have that extra year of eligibility that I would be coming back to Pitt. And especially after last year, she said, we want to continue doing something special here. A lot of people around this program just, they expect it now. It is the expectation to make the ACC tournament, to make the NCAA tournament. Landy Mertz is certainly a leader on this team.
And a hometown player as well. She joins Ellie Caulfield and Sarah Shapansky as some players from the Pittsburgh area. And it's just got to be such a cool experience to play with your hometown university and have a lot of success, be a part of building on a program like that.
Mertz's name is commonly known around these parts. Her brother's playing tonight as well. But the Riverhounds, maybe they'll both get a goal in their respective games.
Panthers offense just about checking off every box they wanted to start in the first 15 minutes or so. Boston College defense has just had a real hard time on both sides. But we've talked a little bit about their schedule coming up. And this Boston College schedule is not looking too favorable for them.
No, and their schedule is certainly a little wonky with just the giant chunks of 3 games away, 4 games, 5 games at home. And then, as you see here, first of 3 road games here, Notre Dame, Florida State coming up. Then they're at home for 1 game. Then they're away, home. It's just not a very friendly schedule. Although head coach Jason Lowe said those 2 away games to end the season at Wake Forest and Virginia, those kind of fall in the fall break. So he said our players get a little bit of reprieve with travel and dealing with classwork and whatnot.
Shapansky with the 3rd corner kick of the night for the Panthers. Villebrandt knocks that one out. Panthers trying to keep it going. Couple kicks. It's going to roll out of bounds, bouncing off of Ashton Gordon, I believe, or Zalesky, excuse me.
I think that's 2 times now tonight where Pitt, gotta love the effort of players getting in the box and getting on the attack. These shots just going into the bodies of other players wearing a white shirt.
Abiodun on the attempted shot there. Zelski got in front of her. It's been a crowded box tonight for the Panthers. Pittsburgh already with 7 shots on the night. Boston College still without one. And a great save by by Villabrandt. She collides with another Eagle. And it seems to be a problem with her lower back, but a great save by the goalkeeper.
Yeah, another just good push out from Villabrandt. It gets the job done, keeping the Panthers only to 1. A strong punch as she collides there. Looks like Sarah Shapansky she collided with, but up and doing well. Glad to see her back up on her feet.
As you mentioned, just a hard hit there. There were 3 different players, 2 Eagles and a Panther. Looked like Shapansky accidentally got her in the side of the head. It looked like it was a lower back hit as well, but nonetheless, she stays in goal. Already with 3 saves on the night. And Rachel, I mean, Boston College obviously having a little bit of trouble with controlling this Pitt offense. Do you push more and get more of an aggressive pull for this Boston College offense, or do you focus more on trying to stop this Pitt offense right now?
Well, I think they have a nice formation. I think the standard, 3-3-4 works for them. I wouldn't push up an extra defender into that midfield because then you're going to get caught chasing. So I think just having 3 on the attack, but that middle defender there is kind of slinking back into the midfield. I mean, look at all the players right now when Pitt gets the ball. There is only 1 player even close to the defense.
Another quick attempt by the Panthers. Not going to go. Mellenhorst on the attempt. Amanda West finding Mellenhorst right over the middle.
Mellenhorst, I believe she only has 1 goal this year for the Panthers. She wants more for sure. She had the assist on the corner kick for Deborah Abiodun's goal against Notre Dame. When Shapansky isn't taking corners, it's usually Kira Mellenhorst, and she was everywhere against Notre Dame. She really made the most of her opportunity.
Mellenhorst in her 2nd year with the Panthers after transferring from Oklahoma State. West with a nice move on the right side, trying to get past 2 defenders. She's going to take a second. Seems to be all right. Another corner kick coming up for the Panthers.
That was a nice cutback from Amanda West there. Works that she doesn't get the ball off for the attempt there. Works in their favor, gets them a corner kick. Now, these corner kicks don't mean much unless you produce on them, so Pitt looking to convert these numbers.
The 4th corner for the Panthers. And it looks like that one's going to roll out once again, this time off of Pitt. BC ball, and as you mentioned, not much coming from the corners.
Yeah, that's something that the staff is certainly going to work on. Like you said earlier, Colin, they lead with corners, and those are all shot opportunities. Pitt really needs to find a way to get some conversion on these, whether it's getting players like Ashton Gordon and Katie Zalski up, those taller defenders. Deborah Abiodun, she might be a little bit on the shorter side, but she gets her body in there. She plays aggressive. That's how she scored against Notre Dame. There is the opportunity to convert these corners, just it's not coming as quickly and easily as the Panthers are hoping for.
Abiodun, a familiar face to Randy Waldrum. She played under Waldrum for the Nigerian national team and got recruited by Waldrum, and now it's her first season with the Panthers.
I remember when she was starting that process, and Randy couldn't say too much because there was a lot of moving parts to it, but he was so excited about bringing her in. And I remember he said to me, wait until you watch her at the World Cup. And she really impressed. I mean, playing against Canada in that first game, you're playing against the reigning Olympic medalists, just veterans out the wazoo. Christine Sinclair, one of the great Canadians, the highest goal scorer of all time on the men's or women's international game. Deborah Abiodun, she held her own. Nigeria making it to the round of 16.
Abiodun with that one and only goal against Notre Dame, coming in a timely manner to tie things up and keep the unbeaten streak for Pitt at home. She's got 4 goals on the season and has proved to be a star early on in her career.
And she told me she is learning so much here at Pitt, just playing different style with Randy Waldrum, learning from her teammates. She said, I grew up playing in Nigeria with boys. My game is physical. There's just no doubt about that. She had to learn. But now she's learning more about the tactical side, about playing with her feet a little bit better, getting in on these corner kicks. She is becoming a much more well-rounded player in just her first year playing the collegiate system in the U.S.
West to Shapansky on the far side. Shapansky making a couple moves, looking down in front. Villabrandt says absolutely not, as BC tries to establish themselves in Pitt territory. They haven't been able to do so since the first couple of minutes of the game. And this Pitt defense has not given them any chances either.
No, this Pitt defense is really, really solid too. They made a couple different changes because of the formation here. Normally, you would see a 4-back for them. Lainey Fuchs has kind of taken on that role from Adelie Paloma, who is now playing professionally in Liga MX Femenil with Tigres. Samaya Fury comes on. But they switched to a 3-back this time. Olivia Lee getting the start. She's very highly rated. A lot of people said coming into this season they've been impressed with her. And kind of right-back spot has been the contention spot for this team. Lainey Fuchs has pretty much locked down that left side. But there's been a couple different combinations there on the right.
Here comes Annabelle trying to make it early. A great tip. It's going to go right in front of the net, and an early strike by Samaya Fury, only checking in seconds ago.
Samaya Fury, she has a knack for goal. This is a game where she can get a couple added to her tally.
Already Bout trying to feed Fury, both checking in literally 10 seconds ago. Villabrandt getting a little lucky, the goalpost helping her out there. But the Panthers taking out Shapansky, you'd think their offense might slow down a little bit. You have Fury in there right away. She's got 5 goals, 3 assists, and has been a part of this offensive powerhouse for the Panthers.
Yeah, she's a player that reminds me a lot of Leah Pace from last season. She's not going to get your starts. But she's going to study the game, and then she's going to come on and make an immediate impact.
Fury in her second year with Pitt, also a transfer from Oklahoma State. She started the last 3 games in ACC play, taking a seat this time, coming in and making an impact right away. Panthers up 1-0. A little under 18 minutes left to go in the first half. West looking for Bout. She can't get her. A little too far. Boston College offense still without a shot here in the first half. Panthers with 9. And a steal there. Mertz making a couple moves, looks for Fury. Fury loses it. West fires. Villabrandt with the save. Has to take down another Eagle to do it, but she will. And another corner coming up for the Panthers.
Yeah, that's a really solid follow-up there from Amanda West. I think if Samaya Fury does get a touch on this, that goes in goal. I don't know who saved it.
It looked like Costello actually saved it with her knee. That would be her second save of the night.
Yeah. And if I'm Costello, I mean, you know, kudos, but also go on the goal line if your goalkeeper's going to come out that far.
Panthers still without anything to show for their 5 corners in the first half. Boston College good on defense in the box. Mertz fires in the middle. That one's going to roll out of bounds. Caulfield couldn't take control of that one. She's had a couple great looks inside. Hasn't been able to put one in the net without going off sides, but a lot of pressure still from the junior.
Yeah, and this is a nice fit for her. Again, just being able to push up, help out in the attack. Normally she's sitting pretty deep in the midfield. Caulfield looking to get another goal added to her stat sheet. She's had a couple chances, like you said, Colin. But so has Amanda West.
Mertz down the right side. Looks over the middle once again, too far, looking for Amanda West. Theory now for the Panthers, trying to get past 2 players. Mertz fires to, it looked like Caulfield's going to go behind her. BC ball. But Rachel, really not much coming from Boston College so far. What do they need to do to kind of switch things up here through the first half?
I think they just need to work on getting the ball past the midfield, feeding it out a little bit wider. They're pushing too central into the midfield, I think. Get the ball out on the flanks. Make Pitt run a little bit.
Boston College with a tough season so far. They haven't been able to put 2 wins back-to-back just yet. They have a tough road schedule, as we mentioned. But Rachel, a lot goes into that consistency. It's very easy to sit up here and say, well, you got to have consistency, but it is 10 times harder to do it on the field in the schedule. And coming into Pitt at the beginning there is such a hard task.
Yeah, this is definitely, I mean, you don't look at any of these 3 games coming up and say, well, that one's a little bit easier than the other one. These are all 3 quality opponents. That's what the ACC is. Pitt, Notre Dame, Florida State, all tough opponents. When they're back at home, tough opponent.
BC yet to record a goal in the last 2 years on the road against ACC opponents. And that just further speaks to the depth in ACC soccer play. It is not an easy feat to get into that playoff spot. We talked a little bit about it. Both of these teams still fighting for a spot. It's still early in the season. Pitt at a 1-1-1 in conference record. Both need to definitely get a couple wins on the schedule.
Yeah, October is going to be a fun month of soccer with the ACC for sure. There is no doubt about it. That table is going to shift frequently. This is the 4th game for most teams in ACC play. I think at halftime we're going to look at the ACC standings, and it's easy to look at them and see them as, okay, well, this team is in 9th place and this team is in 14th place and whatever it may be. But it's only been 3-4 games. There's still a lot of movement to be had for both teams.
A couple subs coming in for the Eagles. Get some fresh legs on the field.
Number 23, Landers, and number 25.
And Rachel, you talked about the depth of Boston College and spreading the wealth almost with a lot of those goal scorers. They could make up some ground here potentially with some fresh set of legs out there.
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, new players, new tactics. Nice to see Boston College pushing up here on this free kick. This is a good opportunity for them to get some possession.
Panthers retain possession once again. Boston College still looking for a sustained drive against this Pitt defense.
That was some nice movement there before Abiodun cut that off, but that's what you want. You want to connect those short passes to kind of build up that confidence, then send it out wide as there's a giveaway here.
Richards going up the middle now, trying to get something going for the Eagles. She's got a couple Panthers on it. It's going to pass out. It's up, and it's saved right off the top of the goal post. Panthers managed to get it out. Eagles are not done yet. Walk passes it back. Costello firing down. Stryzik couldn't get to it. And here's the best shot so far for Boston College.
Yeah, and as we said, all it takes is one turnover, one giveaway. Really nice opportunity. Ellie Breach looks like she gets a hand on it. Fingertips even. Pushing that up to the post, the crossbar, excuse me.
They're going to give her the save. Sagala on the shot. It's the first of the night for Boston College.
And I like that she didn't cross it. I like the confidence to take the shot at a tough angle. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think that opportunity works. It builds up a little bit of confidence. Less than 10 minutes going into the halftime break. Gives you something to build off coming out of that break. Something to work on constructively. Testing the other goalkeeper on the other end. That's what you want to do.
Ellie Breach with the first save of the night. Happens to be her birthday tonight, turning 20. Her first season really as that starter. Last year had to sit behind Lazzarini. She only played 4 games, but only allowing 1.02 goals a game. She's having a very good season so far for the Panthers.
Yeah, and she's one of those players that, talking to Randy Waldrum, even last year he said, I would be comfortable putting Ellie Breach in net. She is living up. Panthers have always had kind of, at least since I've been here doing these broadcasts, lots of different goalkeepers. Started with Amaya Pena, then you went to Caitlin Robinson, or Catherine Robinson, excuse me. We're on Ellie Breach now. Last year, of course, last 2 seasons has been Caitlin Lazzarini. This is a player that as a sophomore, you get to work with and you get to build with for the next couple of years, and you get to have a little bit of consistency. Her and Katie Zalski are in the same class. That's going to help tremendously with your back line. Ashton Gordon, she's the senior that kind of gels all that, brings all that together. Got to give Ashton Gordon a lot of credit. That's a big task, taking over that leadership role from someone like Adelie Palomo.
Fury fighting off Eagles. Taking a shot, a great save by Villabrandt. Eagles are going to try to clear here. And what a save by Villabrandt.
Another opportunity for Samaya Fury. I love this confidence. Get the ball away. Just take it yourself. Why not? If they're going to give you the room, take it. And she proves that. It's a good-looking shot. Nice save from the goalkeeper.
A tough angle by Fury, fighting off 3 different Boston College defenders. And she's had a couple of great shots on goal already tonight. Costello launching this one out of bounds. There's Amanda West on the sideline, taking a breather, knowing Panthers are in good hands right now on the field. Abiodun making a couple moves. Gets it to Mertz. Dean now with the ball. trying to make a couple moves. Panthers really seem to live in this right corner on the side here. They love that Mertz connection and getting it right into the middle to find a streaking forward.
I mean, why not? Not Ellie Mertz, Landy Mertz. She has all kinds of experience, playing in this setup, just playing in general. Getting her the ball just makes sense. She has some really, really nice crosses, sets up a lot of these plays. She has 6 assists already this season for the Panthers. She's a big, big factor in this offensive production.
Villabrandt going to try to boot this one out of Eagle territory. The goalkeeper already with 8 saves before the end of the first half. And Rachel, that is not necessarily the recipe for success.
Not quite. And she is getting that help from her defense as well, too. I think Boston College, they all deserve to give Villabrandt a pat on the back going into the locker room.
Looks like Mertz might have been called offsides there.
The season high save for her, and that's saying something. I mean, Boston College has played Clemson, they've played Virginia Tech, and they've played Duke this season. All really good attacking sides. They need to give their goalkeeper some relief.
And as a reminder, I mean, we're not even through the first half yet, and she's already hit that season high.
Right, exactly. As I said, this is 4th game for most of these ACC teams. They need to give her some leeway here. Give her a chance to rest before making these next saves. But I do think that Boston College, not to harp on them completely, they can go into halftime feeling good about only being down 1-0. It sounds harsh to say, but this game should be probably 5-6-0. Goalkeeper has made some excellent saves this evening, keeping them in this game.
A couple of great passes. Fury gets it to Bout. Boston College going to get it out of there. Landers. Fury making a couple moves, puts it over the middle. Panthers are going to retain possession here. Abiodun gets it taken, but Panthers are going to keep the ball here.
Lucia Wells was the player that came in for Amanda West. She was doing a little bit of work there on that offensive side. Wouldn't it be something for her to get her first collegiate goal this evening?
McNeil has a bit of a breakaway, looking for Lauenberg. Pitt Panthers are going to walk this one out of bounds. Lauenberg streaking there a little bit.
Yeah, well done from Olivia Lee to keep her contained. Ashton Gordon kind of hanging back there to help in case things go awry, but a nice play from Olivia Lee to use her body, but not so much that you're giving up a foul or even a penalty.
Panthers already with 4 fouls on the night. BC only with 1, playing a relatively clean game. And as you mentioned, I mean, for as lopsided as these statistics might be, it is still only a 1-0 game. Boston College is very much still in this.
Sure, and again, only takes 1 counterattack, 1 opportunity, 1 free kick, a corner kick, whatever it may be. I think going into halftime, Randy Waldgerman company is going to be scratching their heads, wondering how in the world did we not get more? Of course, Villabrandt is a big, big, component of that. Pitt has 11 shots on goal tonight, 1 goal. There needs to be a little bit more of completion in front of net.
Villabrandt having an outstanding game so far. Once again, as you mentioned, I mean, for the 11 shots on goal, only letting 1 in with 8 saves. A little help from defenders back there. Costello, of course, with 2 saves of her own. But the Panthers will keep testing her. Landers breaks it up, sends it out of bounds. Lauenberg's going to throw it in. And Eagle will hit the field. A minute and a half left to go in the first half. Panthers lead 1-0. A dominant 1-0 at that. As the Eagles try to piece something together here at the end. Lauenberg has to pass it back. Walk back to Lauenberg. Douglas now with the ball. Has to pass it back to Villebrandt. Eagles might just try to run this clock down to 0 in the first half and reconvene at halftime. If you're the Panthers, are you happy with the first half performance?
I'm happy with the looks on net, not happy with the conversion rate. And I think Randy Waldrom's going to go in there and say, you know, let's go. Let's get these in the back of the net. It's tough because you got to compliment the other goalkeeper. She is having a crazy, crazy game. Season high saves, 8. She's obviously a brick wall, but the Panthers need to find their way around that.
7.
And part of that too, Colin, is converting these corner kicks. 5 corners. Got to convert these opportunities in the second half, and that young lady right there wants to get on the score sheet.
Win since last October. They're still in it with the Pitt Panthers. A fresh start for the Eagles in half number 2. Panthers up 1-0. Panthers already pushing. Mertz on the far side. Fires it over the middle. West almost colliding with the net. And a bit of a dangerous play there for Amanda West.
Amanda West, she got a little bit of a break there. 10 minutes left in the first half. She's coming out refreshed. Nice looking ball from Mertz. Just sails a little bit over Amanda West. I don't know if she was getting that, if her head gets on there. Goalkeeper Villebrandt making herself nice and big there.
Villebrandt seemed to be a step or 2 behind West. Eagles pushing now. Stryzik has to wait for the rest of the Eagles to catch up here. But an early push for Boston College.
An early push, and also they're targeting the correct side. You want to test Olivia Lee's side. She's the newbie on this defense.
McNeil making a couple of great moves. Tries to get it to Stryzik. She can't. Pitt will retain possession, but a good start for Boston College. It looks like they have a bit of a different game plan coming out here in the second half.
Yeah, and I guarantee you Jason Lowe, head coach for Boston College, went in that locker room and said, we need to be more aggressive. We are way too idle, whether it be in defense, in the midfield, in the attack. Get up there, take some chances. At this point, what do you have to lose? It's only 1-0, as you said. This is anyone's game at this point. Yes, Pitt has been the dominant team. Yes, they have the better statistics. But it is still very much an open game, a close game at that.
And a game of momentum, too. Panthers had a lot of momentum in the first half. That halftime usually breaks up a little bit of that momentum, no matter how good the team is doing. You find yourself only down 1-0, you can completely change the momentum now.
Yeah, sure. I think Boston College already just looks like a different team coming out of this half, getting more touches on the ball, not just letting Pitt push up. Getting more players around Amanda West. They know who they're going to get the ball to. They know who has a pleasant time scoring against them. It's Amanda West. 5 goals in 3 games against this team. And she's had her look. She has had good looks, and they know as soon as Samaya Fury comes on, buckle up, because those two have been the biggest threats at goal. Sarah Shapansky as well. Man, Samaya Fury
Amanda West, the most decorated player in Pitt Panther program history. There's Mellenhurst trying to get it out. Looks like it's going to roll just too far. Amanda West leads in 8 separate categories for the Panthers.
It's just, her dominance is just incredible, unspoken of. She has goals against. She loves scoring against Boston College, Wake Forest. Wake Forest, of course, coming to town on Sunday afternoon.
A big game for the Panthers, back-to-back ranked opponents in Duke and Wake Forest. You got to capitalize, though. If you have a great game like this, you have to be able to put a win in the category for yourself. Get your second ACC win and keep stride with the rest of these really good ACC opponents.
Let's say figuratively this game ends 1-0, right? If I'm Duke and Wake Forest, I'm saying, okay, that's not too much of a threat. They can't put their chances away. If Pitt really wants to feel a lot of confidence going into these 2 back-to-back ranked opponents, they need to put some goals away. It's great to have shots. It's great to have opportunities. But if you're not putting them in the back of the net, then they're just opportunities. They're not conversions.
Panthers with 11 shots on goal. BC only with 1, inches away from going in. It's been a little bit more of an evenly matched half. Boston College holding its own. Laney Mertz looks like she's going to get away. Looking for Amanda West in the middle. Makes a nice move. West just too far. It's going to roll out of bounds, and Laney Mertz continues to put the pressure on there, combined with Amanda West.
Yeah, showing off that speed there, getting down. Stop me if you've heard me say this before. It's a good attempt and a good ball in from Laney Mertz. Just needs to be a little bit lower.
Boston College looks to clear. Making a few moves. Stryzik tries to get something started. Abiodun now with the ball. Panthers try to push once again. That one way too far. Villabrandt going to take that one with ease. She's had a little bit of a break to start the second half here, which is kind of what you need. Maybe try to get a little more settled in the net.
Yeah, she put in a very, very busy first half, making 8 saves, already a season high. You can expect more coming here in the second half. So like you said, Colin, a bit more evenly matched, but that could change right here. Laney Mertz streaking with the ball.
Here comes Mertz down the line once again.
Oh, what a move.
Gonna go too high. But Mertz with a few amazing moves there. Looks like it's gonna be another Pitt corner.
I love her confidence, taking the ball herself. She knows she has her runners in the box. She can't really get a clean look here. Nice cutback. She notices the Boston College defender. Looks like number 7 here, Claire Mency. Yeah, she leaps towards her. Laney Mertz has no need to rush that ball. She gets a nice shot off her into corner kick. 6-1 here for Pitt.
The 6th corner for the Panthers going to be headed out immediately. Bring up the 7th. You talk about a couple of really good corner attempts. This defense for Boston College has been able to hold the Panthers to not a single goal so far on any of these corner kicks.
And I can't recall from the first half too many of them being threatening as well. You know, Pitt's chances have pretty much come in the run of play, not on any set pieces. I don't know if Pitt has even earned a free kick in this match. But not too many threatening chances here on these corner kicks. Get your big bodies in there. Get Ashton Gordon, Katie Zalesky up there.
Abiodun Finding Mertz once again. West now for the Panthers. Puts it over the middle. No one home. Boston College is going to take this now, try to turn it around. Stryzik going up the far side. Passes it off. McNeil now looking on the far side. It's broken up by the Panthers. Caulfield trying to clear this. Boston College is going to retain possession, keep it in Pitt territory. Trying to put together a little something. Douglas with a shot too far to the left, but a shot nonetheless.
Yeah, I would have kicked that out personally to the left. Get a chance to cross the ball inside, but this is what we said. Get some shots off, get some opportunities. This is their first corner kick coming up. This wakes up the goalkeeper a little bit. Ellie Breach having to come in now, set up her defense, maybe make a play here.
A great catch by Ellie Breach. Over top of the forward. Had to jump up and get that one. A great save by the goalkeeper.
Certainly using her height to her advantage. That's a good looking ball in. Ellie Breach just getting her hands above head of the Boston College player, getting a nice clean grab there. As we mentioned in the first half, it's her 20th birthday.
Outside of that one shot on goal, it's been relatively quiet. Szczepanski hits the deck. A fairly physical game between the two. A lot riding on this. A kick coming up for the Panthers. Mellenhorst and Szczepanski lined up.
That's what you called mind games, because either one of them could take this.
Szczepanski crosses over. Mellenhorst going to fire it in. Abiota looks like she hit the deck. Gordon tried to get a good hit there. She can't, way too high. Panthers come out with nothing.
Really nice ball. Just hits off the top of Ashton Gordon's foot. I don't think there was much there on the Abiotin fall. I think she kind of just tripped over her own feet, or even over Katie Zalesky's feet.
Panthers once again come out empty-handed, trying to add on to that lead, as you mentioned, still only with one goal. Caulfield passes it to Szczepanski. Szczepanski up the left side, has to make a move. Fires it in the middle. Boston College clears. Abiotin fighting for it. Gordon's going to keep it in Pitt retention. Mertz gets back up, makes a move, hits an eagle. West now trying to take it for herself, looking for a hole. Dancing around, she can't. Caulfield fires this one. Villebrand, and it's in! Ellie Caulfield from downtown.
I don't know if you can read lips, but I think she just said, oh my gosh, I don't think she expected that to go in. Villebrand guesses the right way. I mean, this is incredible work from Amanda West to just pull. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defenders surrounding her. Ellie Caulfield gets a nice shot. Backing off there, letting West pull those defenders. Oh my gosh, that is just such a gorgeous hit.
A perfect play by Amanda West, pulling those defenders in, and Ellie Caulfield just let that one rip from far. It's her second goal of the season. And what a way to get it.
And a nice break there for the Panthers. They were getting a lot of pressure on them from Boston College. they're still trying for it, trying to nail and fight their way back in this game. But Pitt kind of interrupting that flow for Boston College a little bit here. Saying, you know, you may have gotten your opportunity there, but guess what? We're at home, and we're going to put goals in the back of the net. It's been a couple games this year where Pitt has had 4 or more goals at home. Can they do that here in the second half?
And what a way to do it. I mean, you look at the stats. Pitt's got 13 shots on goal. You wouldn't expect it to come from that far away, but nonetheless, they're scoring whether it is a traditional or non-traditional way.
I mean, that was just phenomenal. I've seen shots taken like that at the professional level, and it just blows me away every single time. That was just a class goal there from Ellie Caulfield. What a way to get your second goal of the season. I think that means more than she knows, disrupting that confidence there.
Mertz fires, possibly looking for Mellenhorst. She can't get it. And just what a shot by Caulfield. That might be the story of the night, putting the Panthers up 2-0.
I could look at this goal all day. There's no wind practically here at Ambrose Urbanic Field, so she knew exactly where that was going, put that completely on frame.
With a little bit of a shocked face there at the end, too.
I can't wait to ask her after the game, did you think that was going in or not?
Not much you could have done with if you're Villabrandt there. I mean, just a perfect play, just went the wrong way.
No, I mean, and she guessed the right way, too. She very easily could have gotten a hand on that. Just what goes up must come down. The goalkeeper was starting to make her descent down. She got some really nice height, though, on that jump. That doesn't deter. You know, we were talking a little bit in the break at halftime, just the game that Villabrandt has had. She has been, you know, we said Boston College, you know, they may be down 2-0, but she's kind of been our star of the game, making these ridiculous saves in traffic nonetheless.
9 saves on the night, a season high for her. Of course, you want that one back, Rachel, but not much else you could have done in a situation like that. Szczepanski fires down the middle. Mertz tries to hit it in. She can't. Trying to keep possession. She gets tripped up. No foul called. Boston College now trying to piece something together. Landers loses the ball. Foul called against the Panthers. And another really close shot there for that Szczepanski-Mertz connection.
Yeah, Mertz is really looking for her time to shine, get something back in the net instead of just providing the assists all the time. Take it on the first touch. You're up 2-0. I understand wanting to settle the ball, but I would save that more for outside shots like, you know, Ellie Caulfield's, for example. At that point, just get your foot up, get a connection on the ball, and see what happens. Force the goalkeeper to even push it out of bounds for a corner kick.
Mertz, only with 1 goal, has been very active tonight. All on the far side, and has created a lot of trouble for those Eagles. Villebrandt's going to clear this one. Gavin. Mellenhorst is going to try to keep this one contained. Panthers in no particular hurry at this point. They're up 2, a little under 30 minutes left to go in the game. Are you happy now if you're Randy Waldron?
A little bit more. I would like to see some more goals, and I'm sure he would too, on the scoreboard for Pitt going into, again, as we said, these tough games against back-to-back ranked opponents in Duke and Wake Forest. Spread the wealth a little.
Szczepanski with a perfect pass to Amanda West. Villabrandt has to come out, a risky play, but it pays off. You can't have Amanda West playing around with the ball that close to the net.
Yeah, and I think just taking a shot a little bit earlier on this play, nice ball in. You got that much space. Take the shot at that point. Amanda West, she wants that goal. I know she does. And I have a feeling she is going to extend her scoring against Boston College tonight.
Claire Mency on the missed header. I mean, that was inches away. She's been relatively quiet. She has 2 goals on the season, tied for second for Boston College. A relatively quiet night for that Boston College offense, but nonetheless, coming out with a different type of fire in the second half.
Certainly, and that goal from Caulfield kind of extinguishes that flame a little bit. But they're going to want to build back to that.
Gordon dribbling around.
Now in the match for the Panthers. Number 12, Annabelle. This is number 8, Deborah Lemuel.
Finding Landy Mertz, striding once again. Mertz has Bout and Shapansky. Looks like it's going to roll just in for Villebrandt. Scoops it up relatively easily. Mertz once again looking over the middle. She's got 6 assists on the season. Already more than the 2022 season she played last year. We've talked about this Pitt offense being so dominant. And about now. Passing to Amanda West, looking for Mertz. Back to West. Amanda, in no particular hurry, fires off of an eagle. Costello, once again finding herself in between the goal and the ball. Shapansky fires, and a great save by Villebrandt. Another corner for the Panthers coming up. But that one looked like it was earmarked for the back of the goal.
Yeah, it looked like it was sneaking down towards that near corner. Nice cut here for Sarah Shapansky, just using both of her feet there. Passing herself the ball with the left, taking the shot with the right. Villebrandt, like you said, nice save.
Her 10th save of the night, now in double digits. Zalski tries to keep it to herself. Villebrandt's going to take it. This Panthers offense has been incredible this season. Not only in their wins, but how much they win by. That goal differentiation for the Panthers has been amazing so far this season.
Yeah, Pittsburgh knows how to score, and they certainly know how to do it at home. So there's a foul called there. A little bit of a shove from number 17, Jada Tofan.
Minas hits the ground. Has been a little quiet this game. Still trying to get back into full form after missing the 2022 season with an injury.
I have been liking what I see from this Caulfield and Minas midfield. Not often you get these two starting next to each other. Sometimes it's Minas, sometimes it's Caulfield. Just kind of depends on the opponent. Samaya Fury makes a shot here. Gets scooped up by Villebrandt for save number 11. But that midfield duo, they're pretty evenly used. I don't have the numbers on me right now, but I feel like if I look at their minutes, they would be pretty on par for about the same this year. They usually, when they're not starting together, you know, if it's Minas starting, she gets about 20-ish minutes, and then Caulfield will go in, and that's the same for the next half.
Shapansky getting bodied around. Landers giving her a run for her money. BC is going to hold on to the ball. 23 minutes left to go in the game. They're down by 2. They need a spark here. Here come the Panthers once again. Olivia Lee down on the field. And she looks to be in a substantial amount of pain right now.
Looks like she said to Landy Mertz, my knee. That's the last thing the Panthers want to hear after 3 ACL injuries last year. I think she just, got the side of her knee banged into a little bit there. Fighting for the ball.
That right knee. West and Mertz trying to stretch her out a little bit. Looks like it might be more than just a cramp. We'll see. She seems to be doing a little better, but as you mentioned, the Panthers are no stranger to injuries.
No, and they don't want to take any chances either. That's why you have the depth that you have. Nice to see her getting up here, stretching out on her own. But the Panthers certainly, they have enough depth. Looks like they're getting ready to make a substitution right now.
She seems to want to stay on the field, trying to tough it out. She's going to end up coming out. I think you have to after sitting down like that. Randy Waldrum does not want to take a chance. She's played 10 games with a start this season entering tonight. Lainey Fuchs now in the game for Olivia Lee.
Lainey Fuchs is a player that coming into the season, I had the opportunity to go to practice and talk to Ben Waldrum a little bit. While Randy was still at the World Cup, Ben was kind of taking over and helping this team get ready for the upcoming season. Ben, Landy Mertz, so many players saying Lainey Fuchs is going to be one to watch. She is just miles ahead of what her class grade says. She is a freshman incoming this year. She has a lot of experience with the Austrian youth national teams. She's got that European flair to her.
Fuchs out of Vienna, Austria, played on the Austrian national team, the U19 team from 2021 to 23, and was the team captain for those last 2 seasons. She's got a lot of leadership coming in, as a freshman especially. And Randy Waldrum really likes some of the players that they brought in this freshman class.
Lots of freshmen incoming for this Panthers program, lots to build on. I remember when Randy Waldrum first got here and he had a huge freshman class. That freshman class is now either 5th-year seniors or they're incoming seniors now.
Panthers up 2-0. Shapansky and Caulfield, the juniors, both out of Pittsburgh, combining for both goals. And those two have been tied to each other since joining the team, both out of the Pittsburgh area. They came in the same class. Randy Waldrum has loved the way that they've grown into the team these last few years. Panthers slowing down the Eagles. Another toss in for them. Gordon's going to swallow this one up. Retain possession. And with just about 20 minutes left to go in the game, Panthers are in no particular hurry. Amanda West taking it. Finding Bout. Bout making a couple nice moves. She kicks it too far, loses it. Back and forth they go at around midfield. BC putting up a good fight, but time is no longer their friend. Landy Mertz leading the Panthers for shots tonight. But you got quite a few Panthers in there that have multiple shots. They have been spreading the wealth around a little bit and doing a great job at spreading this Boston College defense apart.
Certainly, and I'm sure we'll see a few more shots coming in. Oh, what a play. What a play from Villa Brandt. Strong coming off of her line there. Looks like Kira Mellenhorst is okay in getting up after taking a bit of a leap and fall there. As the officials are going to be checking about a possible penalty or a card.
Well, do you agree with what Villabrandt did? Do you think she had any other option there?
She had to. I think that's the correct move. You know, she learned her lesson from the first half when she kind of started going strong and then backed off. That's aggressive goalkeeping. And honestly, I love to see that if I'm Boston College, that yes, we're down 2-0. Yes, like you said, time is not the friend of the Boston College Eagles. But that's what you want from your goalkeeper. She is a junior. She's helping to lead this team. You want to see that aggressive play no matter what the score is. I thought it was a great play. I thought it was very textbook. She got her hands cleanly on it. Well done from the German goalkeeper.
Well, Villabrandt, on top of that, was making a play on the ball. It didn't look like there were any type of ill intent with that move.
No, none whatsoever. And I think, honestly, good of Kira Mellenhorst to jump over and avoid that collision.
Mellenhorst, a crucial part of that Notre Dame tie, a big, big stop. She was able to get the assist to Abby Oden to tie the game up. And she's been a crucial part. 1 goal, 3 assists on the season. Glad to see that she's still moving around. No harm, no foul. Menzies going to line this one up for the Eagles.
They are putting everyone in this attacking area.
Menzies lines it. Going to go too far. Looked like Slensky was close to it. Couldn't get there, but very, very close.
Not too much of a test against Ellie Breach. She's only had to make 1 save tonight.
Mertz coming back in the game for Amanda West. She's going to head to the sideline, take a breather. Mertz, the shot leader of tonight for the Panthers. Panthers with 19 shots, 15 of them on goal. And on the other side, Villabrandt with 11 saves already, 1 shy of tying her career high. And here come the Eagles trying to push late in the game here.
Good break up there from Mertz.
Sagala lost it. That Pitt defense has just been harsh and strong on the backside.
And it's worked with the 3-back, getting some help in from Minos and from Landy Mertz a little bit. Lainey Fuchs hasn't really missed a beat since coming on for Olivia Lee.
Johnson was getting pushed around there by a couple Panthers. The aggressiveness continues on both sides. They're not done playing yet. This is ACC soccer. Both teams in a much-needed win opportunity here. "15 minutes left to go in the game." Rachel, would you become more aggressive on offense? Are you trying to still keep this relatively balanced if you're Boston College, or do you have to send all of your forwards as far as you can go?
I think you need to press up a little bit more. I appreciate starting out the second half. Boston College was playing out of the back a little bit more, getting to the more build-up than counterattack. But I think at this point, you just got to send the ball forward. That's not to say you should just, if your center back gets it, just lob it over everyone and hope for the best. But this build-up, like this play you see happening now, that's things you want to see. You want to see those shots going at Ellie Breach. That's a good shot. It's not the most threatening shot, but it's still a good shot.
We talked a little bit about in the beginning of the game the difference of testing between these two goalkeepers. Obviously, Villabrandt has been going through the gauntlet, if you will, Ellie Breach on the other side, only with 2 saves, that being her second, only 1 in the first half. She's had a relatively quiet night, not having to do too much. And that might be a big part of this game.
Yeah, I think so. Even just on the set piece opportunities, they haven't been the most threatening from Boston College. On their one corner, Ellie Breach getting her hands cleanly on that. Only 2 saves, like you said.
A great shot by Bout. Villabrandt grabs that one easily.
But if this game ends in a 2-0 victory for the Panthers, that's a clean sheet. A clean sheet is a clean sheet, and she's going to take them. Randy Waldrum said, listen, that Louisville game was a tough one for her, and she is learning. She is a sophomore. Like you had mentioned earlier, this is her first year kind of taking the reins and being in charge of the goal. She's going to take the clean sheets where she can get them, and she had a really nice game against Notre Dame, making a couple saves as a foul is called. Ellie Caulfield wins a free kick opportunity here for the Panthers, but it's confidence. Getting those shutouts is confidence building, and you're going to want a nice shutout heading into these 2 ranked opponent games.
Villabrandt now tying her career high. That was her 12th save. What a night for her. Might be the star of the game, unfortunately, on the wrong side at the moment. But Villabrandt has kept Boston College in this game. Another save by her. Way to be aware off of a header. I mean, that could go any direction.
Sets a new record for herself in the process.
Officially her career high now with 13 saves in tonight's game. Great shot by Gordon. And just off of the head of a Panther. Just can't do it. Katie Zalski trying to get the header, and she couldn't get it. And a great heads-up save. Which, I mean, I can't imagine how hard it is to have to figure out where it's coming off of the top of somebody's head. It's a little easier when they're close like that, but a great play by Villabrandt.
I can't say I've ever seen a center back flick the ball like that toward goal before, but a nice play. A little bit of link up there between Gordon and Zalski. It's been a really solid partnership. Those 2 have started every single game together for the Panthers. Randy Waldrum has absolutely no want whatsoever to change that partnership. They have been very solid this season.
Panthers getting a sub or 2 in. Boston College bringing in 4 subs. Just a little over 11 minutes left to go here in the game. Panthers lead 2-0. The 16th overall matchup between these 2 teams. Boston College currently leading 11-3. They were on an 11-game win streak in that series, and then just recently they started to fall apart against the Panthers. Their last win was in 2018, Rachel. They won 7-0.
My, how the tables have turned. And you know, we mentioned it a little bit before the broadcast tonight that Boston College is kind of in a spot where Pitt used to be, where they're kind of struggling right now with finding these victories in the ACC. But look at the rebuild that Pitt had. You know, any team can follow that script. Every team graduates players, and every team gets new players. So now Coach Lowe here has a new class to work with. He said he's really appreciated the fight in his young players, and I'm sure he's going to be proud of the fight tonight as well. Playing against Clemson recently, he said, I think we were the better team, and Randy Waldrum gave Coach Lowe and his team kudos as well.
Bit of confusion between the Eagles there. Villabrandt's going to scoop that one up. You mentioned, Coach, he also talked about not necessarily focusing on the wins and losses, rather how their team plays. Obviously, a couple ones that they'd want to have back, but especially Villabrandt having the game of her life, a career high, 13 saves and you got to be happy with your goalkeeper. There's only so much you can do when there's 17 shots on goal.
Sure, and like you said, it's such an impressive stat, but it's not the most friendly stat when you think of how the game is played. This game could very easily be, at this point in the first half, we said maybe 4 or 5-0. This game could be like 6-7-0. Villabran is keeping it under control. Her defense, she's gotten a lot of help from Casado tonight. She's had a really, really nice game. There are pieces here for Boston College to work on. I guarantee you, if you ask Coach Lowe after this game, hey, what are some things that you noticed that you liked in this game? I think he would say, A, the fight back, B, the goalkeeping, and I think there were some shots that can be built off of.
And definitely that change of momentum in the second half. They came out with a different type of fire as well.
Yeah, Boston College, their save number 14, she just keeps adding to her total here. Boston College came out with just a spark in the second half. Got disrupted by Ellie Caulfield's goal, but you look at the first 10 minutes of that second half, I think Boston College was the better team. They had the better opportunities. They had the better breakaways. They were getting away from moving that ball toward the center of the pitch and moving it outside to make Pitt work.
Abiodun hits the deck. Boston College still looking to push down the field, get past this stifling Pitt defense. Zalesky's going to slide that one out. BC holds on to possession. Eagles trying to put together a last-ditch effort with just over 7 minutes left to go here in the game. Stryzik, a couple of great moves, looks in the middle. A nice header by the Panthers. BC trying to hold on to this. And a great move by Mertz, an aggressive one at that. She wants to take it all the way, finds West streaking on the far side. West makes a couple of good moves, trying to get around the defender. Cleared by Mency. West going to keep it in bounds here. Panthers continue to push. She tries to go over the middle, nobody home. Panthers seem to be on a bit of a different page there. Amanda a little bit disappointed, but the game continues on.
Yeah, I think when she was subbed out around the 17th minute, or I should say 17 minutes left in the half, I guarantee you she had a conversation with Coach Waldrum saying, I need to go back in and get this goal. She knows she can score against this team. She's had some good looks. There's been a couple opportunities as well where she's maybe taken a touch or two on the ball where she should have taken a shot.
Theory trying to find Bout. Ricochets off an Eagle once again. Boston College trying to keep this one in. Clock continues to tick, over 5 minutes left to go. BC down by 2. Panthers look to remain unbeaten at home. Currently 4-0-1 at Ambrose Urbanic Field. Boston College with a possible opportunity coming up here. A last-ditch effort, if you will. Not much time left on the clock. They got to get something in.
Olivia Dure comes in. Deborah Abiodun. The last attacking opportunity for Boston College looked like she and Fleming Dean hit their heads a little bit, with Abiodun taking the worst of it. She was kind of lingering around in the back a little bit, talking with Ashton Gordon. She's walking with the trainer now, but something to keep an eye on certainly for the Panthers.
Boston College trying to keep this in Panther territory. Van Pelt taking on Amanda West. West going to throw this one in for the Panthers. Correction. She's going to take a walk out there. Ashley Moon tossing it in for the Panthers. They're in no particular hurry whatsoever. Boston College with a bit of a breakaway here. Looking in the middle. Ricochets off a Panther. And a corner kick coming up. Only their second of the night. Abby Oden still getting checked out on the side there. You got to be careful. Soccer's such a physical sport. You'd hate to see Abby Oden go down like this.
Certainly, especially with the run of form that she has been enjoying. 4 goals, 1 assist in her freshman year of college. Those are impressive numbers, to say the least.
Van Pelt's corner kick coming up empty-handed. Panthers trying to chew away this clock. Samaya Fury fighting off a BC defender now.
Oh, what a run.
Landy Mertz now streaking. Getting pushed around. Trying to get back to the ball. The Eagles are going to be able to get back on defense. Whole lot of pressure for Mertz. Finds West. West taking on 3 different Eagles. She breaks away. A great move. No foul's going to be called. She hits the deck inside the square.
She kind of hit like a pinball there in between 2 defenders before going down. I don't know. I don't think this game has been as physical enough where you call that. But I'm going back really to this chance from Landy Mertz. She had a clear breakaway, had a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Why not take it? But this is the play with Amanda West. Getting bounced around. I don't think there's enough there, to be honest with you. If there was a more clear push-off, maybe.
Strazik with a little bit of a shoulder, but nonetheless, no foul. Tuffin throws it in a quick switch around on possession. Fuchs with the throw-in. Trying to burn as much clock as possible and keep possession. Fury keeps this one in bounds. A little over 2 minutes left to go. Panthers up 2-0 at Ambrose Urbanic Field in Pittsburgh. Fury with a shot far wide. Just another shot on tonight. Samaya Fury trying to get something going there for the Panthers.
Nice little turnaround to give herself some space. Samaya Fury just hits that a little bit too high over the crossbar, across the face of goal.
Pitt out shooting Boston College by 20 in tonight's game. A difficult night for the goalkeeper for Boston College, Villebrand. An impressive one nonetheless. Pitt Panthers with 1 minute remaining. Mertz retains possession. Looking down in the middle, Villebrandt grabs it and will clear it. Under a minute left to go here in the game. Boston College pushing for what might be the last time. Stryzik trying to make a couple moves. Can't get a spark. Couple of deflections. 20 seconds remain. Eagles passing it around, trying to find an open look. Breach rushing over, grabs it. They're going to try to rush a corner kick here. 5 seconds left. Won't be in time, though. And that's going to do it. The Panthers take a win here at Ambrose Urbanic Field, now 5-0-1 at home this season. Their second ACC win this season.